All right, what's up, everyone? Nick the Note Guy here. Super excited to go through another deal evaluator, deal or no deal live. And let's see if this is a deal or not and something you may be interested in. So I'm going to share my screen and let's get right into it. So let me go here. Hopefully you can see it. Guys, if you need any information, go to nickthenoteguy.com. You can scroll to the bottom here, and if you need help with buying, selling, or creating a note, click here. If you want to learn how to do these structures, you can click on the Creative Dealmaker Academy link and see what that's all about. If you need help with managing the transaction, creating the note, servicing the note, all that stuff, go to USA Home Partners. We're the only nationwide transaction management solutions company that will help you structure this the way that we do it on the training. And then if you want these types of leads, like this lead came from USA Lead Machine, very specific leads, go on this site, click on the link, learn about what USA Lead Machine can do for you and your business. This deal that we're going to go through right now came from USA Lead Machine, came through the Creative Dealmaker Academy, and now I'm sharing with you. So let's get right into it, okay? So I'm going to go up to my deal evaluator software. Guys, let me show you this real quick before we get started. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. All you need to do is go to dealevaluator.com. You can see the demonstration of the video software here. You can become a member. You can get all kinds of other cool stuff. So I'm not spending any time on it. I want to get into the deal evaluator. So let's get right into it. So here is the deal. Just pick this up. It is actually, the address is actually 4600. I don't know why it came up at 4601. Well, we're going to change it right now. Okay, 4600. And I'm not sure why it's showing the other picture. I mean, I think that's the right picture, but Zillow uses Zillow when it goes in and uses Google Maps. So this is why we double check everything. But the address is 4600 Westlake, okay? Let's go down here. We got as is value 365, as ARV or after repair value 365 as well. Monthly rents, I think, are about $2,400, but you can verify that yourself. This is probably a wrap deal, so we're going to show you that because here's the reason why. We got this with seller financing. We got the owner to carry this deal. So let's see what this looks like here. So here we are into the actual thing. We're paying $359. We already have it under contract. There's a $10,000 assignment fee, $4,500 in closing costs. No arrearages, but if you wanted to carry some other for holding costs, I would put it in here. Cash to seller is $70,000. It's a little bit expensive compared to some of the other seller financing and sub 2 deals out there, but I think it's a good deal, and I'm going to show you why, because it's seller financing. It's not sub 2. Here's the terms of the loan right here. It is $1,068 P&I payment. That's not tax and insurance, it's principal and interest only. The seller is going to carry $289,000 at 2% on a 10-year balloon. So this is fully amortized over 360 months. That's where the $1,068 a month in payment comes in to the seller, okay? And we're going to do a 10-year balloon. So 360 is the term, amortized, and the balloon is in 10 years, okay? Let's go to the next screen. I got sale price at 365. I think it's worth a little bit more, but we're going to leave it there. Here's the down payment, 10% from the seller. We're going to finance 328 to our buyer. 2 loans. We talk about why you do 2 loans, especially in the seller finance. It gives us more options, okay? But since it's seller finance, I can reduce this rate a little bit. I got an 8.95, okay? Make sure we solve for the payments here. Got a first and a second. Look, the rate and the term is the same. I could very easily come up here and make this one note, and it comes out the same, okay? We do 2 notes on the back end. We can help you structure that if you decide to stay in and wrap this, because it allows you for more options. Trust me when I say that. I am Nick the Note Guy for a reason. I've done this over 1,500 times. I know how to create bank quality mortgage notes, especially in a wrap, and this is exactly what I would recommend that you do. This is what I do. So I'm just telling you what I do, why I do it, how I do it. It's up to you to determine if you like it or not. So let's continue on with the deal, because this is what we're trying to see here. All right, as we get on to the next screen, we need to figure out how we're going to fund this deal, because right now we need $84,500. Where's that money going to come from? Well, it could come from your bank account, it could come from your friends and family. You can borrow it. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. If it was my deal, I'm just going to go borrow it, and I'm going to put my lender in the first lien position, subordinate my seller into the second lien position, and as a result that I can get a much cheaper rate on my capital that I'm borrowing. It's basically creating a note. So what does this look like? Well, in my world, I've got it at 12%. I'm telling you right now, you do not need to pay 12% for a first lien position note. That's at a total of $84,000 against a $380,000 property. What is that? 25%? Is that about right? Yeah, it's pretty darn close. 20. Are you kidding me? You can't borrow 12% money with a 25% investment to value. What does that mean? Okay, this is super important because if you're going to borrow money, this is what you need to explain to your lenders. Guys, I'm giving you 12%. You're only giving me $84,000. The property's worth damn near $400,000. There is no risk. Okay, they hope that you default. Okay, not going to happen. We're going to make sure it's structured correctly, but this is why we do it this way. So, but I wrote the term for 120 months. Why did I do that? Because there's going to be a exit event based on the way it's structured in 10 years, 120 months, and we have to pay off our seller because there's a balloon payment due. So if our private capital is already gone in 10 years, it allows us to go back in and potentially restructure the deal with our seller, maybe give them more money, maybe give them higher payment, maybe get the term out a little bit further. But again, we're just going to solve it for what we know. 10 years, that's locked in. It's in stone. It is a deal already under contract. It's just a matter of it works for us financially in the model that we're looking at doing here, because the exit for me is to wrap this. So let's continue on. Here's the disposition. We'd have to make a cash offer of $255. Well, they're not going to take $255, okay? What else do we know about this? Well, here's what I like to see. Our cash flow while our gap funding is being paid off is still $350 a month. Not too bad. Not many rental properties yield $350 a month net. These are net numbers. After that gap funding, it goes to $1,563. So, depends on where you set your rate and your term and everything with your lender, and that will determine. But that's what this software does. And as you can see right here, based on everything I put in here, in a 10-year payout, in a 10-year settlement or a profit analysis, because we're projecting 10 years in the future, here's the breakdown. We're going to get another $10,000 in cash now. Guys, that's exactly what the assignment fee is on this. So you're going to get that as soon as you sell it on terms to your buyer. You're going to get cash flow net over the next 10 years collectively of another $42,000. And you're going to get a lump sum payout of $82,000. What does that mean? That's the dollar amount that you get net from the payoff from your borrower that you're selling it to, their UPB, unpaid principal balance, and what you owe to your seller. The difference on that in this example is another $82,000. So the total net profit on this deal is $135,408.91 in perpetuity over the next 10 years. The monthly recurring revenue, $1,128 a month. This is an A deal on paper. Okay, so now that we know all this, it passes the financial test. Let's look at the actual property, okay? Because just because they want $359,000 for the house, is it really worth $359,000? Can we sell it for $359,000? Well, let's look at some of the key indicators that I like to look at in my own personal diligence that I'm doing on a personal property. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go to Realtor.com. And the reason why I use Realtor.com is because it has a lot of things that I want to see right off the bat. So let me go back to the beginning here. Here's the pictures of the property. Here's the house. Here's the inside. They've done, I don't know how much they spent on remodeling, but they've done a lot. As you can see, it is super, super nice. The house used to be red. They painted it blue. Okay. It does sit on this service road. Okay. I'll show you a better picture of it in a second. This is a service road, and there's some retaining wall here. The freeway's on the other side of it. So it's not an ideal position for a property, but at the price and what we can get with seller financing, I think it's still a good deal. So here we go. Let's continue with these pictures. Guys, there's nothing you need to do to this house. This is what I love about these kinds of deals, because I don't have to spend any money on rehab. What else do I have to do? Spend time rehabbing. Okay? This is a solid property here. Okay? Just great looking house. So that's the first thing I do. What's the next thing I do? Well, I want to know what my ZHVI is. ZHVI is just another indicator I use to establish value. ZHVI stands for Zillow Home Value Index. All you got to do is go into Google, type in the zip code ZHVI, and you'll come up with this. And in this zip code, the average median home price in this zip code is $445,000. Why is this important? Well, it's important because I'm only paying $360 for the property. I'm way below that median house price. So anybody that wants to live in this zip code, they're almost $100,000 less than the median price. That means their kids are going to the same school as the 445. They're going to the same grocery stores, going to the same everything. Okay, it's a good investment for a potential homeowner because of the fact that they're getting a good value for the price relative to the neighborhood. So that's what I like to do. Okay, so that's the ZHVI. So those are the two other indicators that I like to take in consideration. Let me show you one other thing real quick here. This was the old picture of the house. Okay, if I do the Google, this is the access road or service road right here. There's this retaining wall here. The freeway's on the other side. You can see the freeway over here. Is it a big deal? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I will tell you this: this neighborhood's been around for 50 years, and this home's probably been owned by multiple homeowners in that time. It didn't seem to bother the person that bought it when they bought it. Probably got a good deal on it. So anyway, this is the deal. Let me go back and show the summary real quick, and then we'll talk about it. So a couple things. Cash now, $949. Cash flow, $42,100. That's net over the next 10 years. Cash later, $82,000. Total net profitability, $135. Average monthly net recurring revenue, $1,128 a month. I give this a top thumbs up. This is a deal, all things considered, because we can subordinate the seller into a second lien position. We can borrow our private money or get our first lien holder in at even at 12%, 10 years, fully amortized. That's a 25-30% investment to value. Super important in the note world. Guys, this is why we do what we do. Okay, so just a couple of things. Let's go back to my webpage here. So again, you can go to these buttons down here: USA Note Pro, Creative Dealmaker Academy, USA Home Partners, USA Lead Machine. If you want to learn more about how to find these deals, how to structure these deals, how to exit out of these deals, it's all right here. If you want this software, the Deal Evaluator software that helps you structure these deals, especially if you're a wholesaler, realtor, investor, flipper, what doesn't matter. The software is great for sub-2 seller financing, more valuable to wrap mortgages because of the way it runs amortization schedules. Just go to dealevaluator.com. You can see all the information you need right here. There's a download here. You can access the member subscription area. You can register for our live calls like this one right here. See it on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Everything is on the bottom of this recording. Everything is available to you whenever you like to see it. So hope you find this of value. If you're interested in this deal, reach out. Just go back in, click on the link at the bottom. Let us know that you're interested in. And if you have any other questions, please let us know. Thanks again for your time. Nick the Note Guy. This is it for Dealer No Deal Live. Hope to see you on the next call. Have a great day. Now go get another deal. Have a good one. Take care.